I don't think anyone would argue with me if I said that these were troubling times. And we're sick and tired of all the sickness and the worry and of being tired. And it's so easy to lose sight of God's love for us and the power of that love to assure us and help us. And so I invite us all to sink into the words and assurances that are right there in today's readings. Because each reading has in the back of its mind a loving and creating God whose Holy Spirit hovered over the face of the waters in creation. We were literally created from the breath of God. And then this saving God who, in a pillar of fire, led the people to liberation across the Red Sea and then led them through the waters into a life and a land that was of promise. And then in Jesus' baptism at the Jordan, Jesus joins us in all of our human flaws and failures, and when Jesus does, we hear anew the hope and promise of God's voice. Jesus, the God who is love, Jesus, the God who is human, gets in line with us to the waters of baptism. We have a God who understands what it is like, knows how hard it is to discern the best and the right next thing to do, how difficult it is to be human, to forgive, to ask for forgiveness, to be in relationship with one another. And that God, still knowing us through and through, still calls us beloved. In our own baptism, we join all of humanity, all of the flawed and holy saints, created, redeemed, loved. We join together as a flawed and holy sainthood. God, we hear in today's gospel, has opened heaven and come among us. God leans in and speaks to all those who ache for God in the midst of troubles and worry. Isaiah tells us of a God who comforts, who speaks tenderly, who brings complete relief from guilt, who carries us like a lamb close to God's heart, who leads us with care. God dwells with all of us who need healing, forgiving, peacemaking, restoring, all those touches of God's Holy Spirit. And in St. Paul's letter to Titus, we hear about a God who generously pours out grace and kindness and hope. And through this amazing Jesus, through Jesus, God blesses all of us who long to be called beloved. Through Jesus, God blesses all of us who long to be called beloved. God blesses all of us who long to be called beloved. By sibling or parent or spouse or friend or child, and any who are searching for the love that only God can bring. We hear from God today, "You are my own, my beloved. With you I am well pleased."